Hey ladies, it's Natalie with Risen Legacy. As promised, I am here to do your video to show you how to dip a nail using my Valentine's Day bundle. In that bundle, you're going to get Party Punch, Pink Flamingo, and Pink Agate. So, when you buy those, ladies, I will be sending you a little surprise with the hearts and the confetti decoration stuff to put in the nails. I want you ladies to be able to know how to do this. It's super simple, so I'm going to give you just a little bit of that to make your nails pop for Valentine's Day. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a fake nail today. The white stuff is just a tack to hold it on here for you. But so the first step you're going to do is use my nail cleanser. My nail cleanser. Just swab that. This is a lint-free cotton swab thing. I mean, I get them on Amazon. They're super cheap, so that's just something I use. I always use kind of a little tip, just something that is lint-free, so that it doesn't get the lint on your nail or in your powder. So, anyways, step number one is the Prep and Bond-Aid. I am going to go ahead and just put it on this nail. You can. It just goes on the natural nail, really. It just kind of dries out the nail and helps it not to lift. So once that's dry, it dries very, very quickly. You will go to step number two, the base coat. I have already gotten my colors out and shaken them. Ladies, shake your acrylics very, very well before you use them, just to mix up the acrylic powder mixture. You want to make sure everything is good and mixed up. So you will take step number two, where I'm just going to put a thin layer of the base coat on the nail. Camera. And then we are going to dip that in my pure diamond, because you always want that your base layer to be that clear. I'm having to dip it a little bit differently so that I can show you, ladies. So don't watch the way that I'm dipping, because you will just normally put your finger down in there like that, but I'm having to turn it over. So once that's on, take your dust brush, dust the excess off. I'm going to go back with another coat of my step number two base coat, and let's see, on this nail I used Party Punch and the Pink Flamingo, but I wanted to use all three. Let me just use Party Punch and Pink Flamingo. I'm going to go back with my step number two, put another thin layer. Don't forget to get all sides and edges, ladies. Make sure you get all that so you don't have any lifting. Take your Party Punch and dip it in. Dust brush. Brush off the excess. Let that dry for just a second. And then I'm going to go back in and do another coat of the Party Punch. It is snowing outside here again. I'm not sure that we will have school in the morning. It will probably be delayed. I hope it's delayed, because I don't like driving in the snow. So I'm going to dip again in the color. Remember, clear, color, color, clear. There is another coat of the Party Punch. You always think of it like painting a wall. If you are going to paint a wall and you put one coat on, you can still kind of see behind that cover of paint. So when you do a second coat, it just kind of, it seals the deal and makes it rich, very rich looking. So you always want to do 2 coats of color. And dust, I blow a lot too. Dust the excess off. I am going to, let's see, go in with, I'm going to wait and do the pink flamingo last so that it is over, it kind of encapsulates the confetti thing and then the cute little heart. So from this part, you will take another coat of your base coat and apply it. Now, I'm going to be using, this is a tool that I have. It's kind of a wax end. It grabs foils and diamonds and little things like that. It just picks it up and then you can place it very easily. But if you don't have one of these, you don't need one. You can use tweezers. You can use probably the end of a pencil, the eraser. That may grab if you go in your little jar to grab some of this and just firmly press. It will pick up something and then you can just kind of set it down on the nail. But tweezers are fine and anything else you can come up with. But this is a little wax thing, and the other end is something to where you can kind of move everything around with. So that is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to put a thin layer of the base coat on there. I'm having to use a little extra because this is a really big nail, so y'all can see. All right. Quickly, while you have that on, you're going to pick up whatever design you want. I'm going to grab a cute heart, and see, it just kind of sticks. So you just stick it. I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to set it down right there. It won't be flat. Your nail is curved, so it's going to kind of stick up on both sides. That's okay because we are going to put a top coat of the pure diamond on top that will encapsulate it in. So I'm going to put the heart right there. I want to add another heart. In your thing, you'll get another cute little heart. So I'm going to add that one too. Sorry. Then I'm going to go in with some confetti. That's just placing it. You just kind of put it wherever you want it. Those two stuck together, so that looks just great. Put a yellow one up there. See, I don't know if you guys can see that. It just kind of sticks. Tweezers do the same thing. These kind of give depth to your nail, giving it that. I'm going to put another heart, giving it that 3D look. People will be like, no, you didn't do that. Oh, yes, I did. Pink one. And I'll put boop, one right there. So, I just kind of set all that on there. If you can see, you see how that is up just a little bit? That's okay. That will be there. These hearts don't bend very well, so we will fix that in the end with the clear coat. So we're going to let that dry for just a second. You can use the pink flamingo if you want. You don't have to. You could cap the clear right now and just leave it a pretty nail with the hearts and stuff, but I love glitter, so I'm going to come in with my pink flamingo. It is a beautiful bright hot pink glitter, and it kind of has like an iridescent bluish look to it. It's really cool. So I'm gonna go in with that on top. I'm going to put another base coat on and then re-dip, because I want glitter to kind of go on top of those cute confetti things and then the heart. So make sure you get it on all of it. And take my pink flamingo and just lay it in there. Tap it. Dust the excess off. It's going to look like sand until you put your top coat on. Some of you may be asking, can I just leave it like that? Like, can I just leave it to where that glitter is super shiny without putting that clear coat? You can. You could put your step number 3 activator on it and then let that dry for 2 minutes and add your top coat. You can do that, or don't add your top coat. Sorry. You can put your activator on and leave it like that. The only problem is when you ladies go to put on makeup and stuff, the makeup will actually kind of like stick in it. And then if you have like a nail brush to where you can clean it with soap and water, then that's fine if that doesn't bother you. But I'm going to add another layer of my step number 2 base coat and I'm going to do my last coating of the pure diamond. If you put this on and you do the clear coat and you see that you need it just a little bit thicker around some of the confetti and stuff, you are more than welcome to put another coat, another base coat down, and then re-dip in the clear. It's just extra coverage on there to where you know you won't fall anything off when you're buffing at the end. So that is my pure diamond clear coat, my last coat that I'm doing. Gonna let that dry for just a second. I'm gonna dust the excess off. Then you take your step number 3, your activator. You cannot do this without the activator, ladies. You have to have the activator. So, and apply generously. It dries fast like the Prime and Bond-Aid does. You will want to give that around 2 minutes once you apply that. I'm not going to wait 2 minutes because I don't want y'all to sit on here. So I'm going to let it dry for just a second and then kind of buff to show you the final product. So if you look at the nail, it's kind of bumped right here where I added that heart. When you go to file, it will kind of file that ridge off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I hope you guys are loving this video. If there's something y'all want to see, just email me or Facebook me, write me, let me know. I can do any colors if y'all want to see certain colors together. I will be putting videos up doing that. I'm just randomly think of things to do, so I will be putting some of those up. But I would love some input and to know what y'all would want to see. I will do it for you. I'm so passionate about nail stuff. I love it. I have answers for everything. So please don't hesitate to contact me. Alright, so if you buy the Pro Kit, you're going to get one of my buffers and my nail file. You can file the edges. Depending on what shape you want. I'm going to barely buff. It's going to be a little bit hard to buff on here because it kind of rocks. So, plus I don't really need to buff this nail. I just need a rough surface so that the step number 4, the air dry top coat, will adhere to it. So right now I'm getting that edge off of that heart, and I will show you up close what it looks like. After you buff, the nail cleanser that I sell, ladies, is not included in my pro kit, but it is very important. It does clean the nail very good, and it does keep it from lifting and stuff. So I just got a little bit more of my nail cleanser from buffing. I'm going to wipe off all the filings and stuff. So this is before the step number 4 top coat. And I want to show you about where that heart was. So you can kind of see that this heart was right there. I filed it and it did not hurt it. Like, it is perfectly fine. It is beautiful. So this is what it's going to look like before you apply the no wipe top coat. I mean the air dry top coat. I'm sorry. So then you take step number 4, the air dry top coat. You apply a thin layer to the nail and then allow around 2 minutes for that to dry. Don't forget, ladies, that my product works much, much better if it is room temperature or even a little bit warmer. When it's cold, it's going to take a lot longer to dry. So if you're having that issue, maybe try getting a heating pad and setting all your liquids in the heating pad before you go to start your set. Kind of just warming them up. So this is a thin layer. Get all this, cap all sides and edges. I'm going to let this dry, or you're going to let yours dry and for 2 minutes, and then you will apply another coat for the shine, the top coat for the shine. So the first one kind of seals it, and the second one is the shine. Let me see if this will zoom in just a little bit better. Oh, come on. Ah, I'm sorry, y'all. There we go. Anyways, so there is your final product. It's not really zooming good, huh? You can kind of see the iridescent. It's so pretty. If you ladies have any questions, please feel free to comment or email me at support@resinlegacy.com.